Marvel Studios' Loki Episode 2 is here, and in this video, we're doing a breakdown of all the crazy reveals from the episode and some Easter eggs that you may have missed, as well as some speculation on what we think will happen in Episode 3 and beyond. We're also going to be doing a live stream breaking down full spoilers and talking with everybody about what was going on that one over on our live streaming channel very soon, and we'll probably be frankly talking about Loki quite a bit over there. Go check out the live streaming channel. Now, the first big reveal from this episode, and it was the cliffhanger from Episode 1, is the identity of the variant Loki that has been giving the TVA so much trouble and killing TVA members. The variant was Lady Loki, played by Sophia Di Martino. Now, this was already more or less leaked. It had been heavily speculated that it was going to be Lady Loki. There were some set photographs, yada, yada, yada. We got it revealed. It was indeed the thing, but I still thought it was really cool. I thought she did a great job. In the really little amount of this episode, we actually see her. It's really like a reveal, and she does a lot of nonverbal acting in that moment. It's pretty freaking cool. But the intro itself was really cool, with different possession of other characters and conversations that happen in a really kind of interesting way as she was setting her plan into motion. And the other thing that's absolutely crazy about Lady Loki is her plan seems to work. Now, her plan, from what we see, seems to involve sending various resetting bombs all across different points on the actual sacred timeline, which seems to be creating all of these variant branches, which are all heading quickly towards Redline. And episode 2 ends with the TVA in chaos, sending a bunch of agents out to try to stop all of these different variants from happening. And the Prime Loki, our Loki, does leave through a time portal to go join with Lady Loki. And we think that this scene from one of the early Loki trailers, which, only silly people thought was him sitting next to Black Widow on Vormir. Yeah, we think that scene will end up being in the next episode, and we think that her plan will fully be revealed in episode 3. Now, there are a couple of very important things established in the episode through various dialogues or pieces of exposition. Number one, we understand now that if a variant timeline goes past the red line, it can no longer be reset. We also realize that Nexus events destabilize time flow, and that if you want to reset a branch, you have to go visit it in real time as it is still changing and forming, which is kind of interesting because Loki asks them, well, why don't you go back in time before the first attack and prevent it from happening, stopping the variant from even occurring or being able to do all the things they did. And again, it's because they have to keep visiting these variant timelines in real time, and then things are happening in real time, which those things have consequences sort of outside of the time flow that is controlled by the TVA, or at least that's kind of how we understand it so far. We think more rules will be established as we go further into the show. Now, a couple of other awesome Easter eggs in the episode is the various locations in which the time bombs are sent by Lady Loki. Some of these are very familiar places to us, like Sakaar, New York. But we actually think Lady Loki's sending a bunch of different bombs to different locations, and these are all just crazy points in time for the MCU. I don't know if they have significance other than just that. There's also some really weird scenes between Ravonna Renslayer in which she talks about how the Timekeepers are more interested than ever on this Loki variant that is causing all of this chaos. There's also some weird tension between her and Mobius. Perhaps there was some romantic thing going on there, or there's another romance going on that Mobius is commenting on. A lot of people bringing up the fact that in the comic books, of course, Ravonna is the lover of Kang the Conqueror, and Kang rumored to be showing up in this show or having something to do with what is going on with the TVA. We learned that the creation of the TVA is classified, that nobody can access that in the library. We also learn that the overall goal of the Timekeepers is to create a perfect ending to the flow of time, something that they have not created yet, and that appears to be what they are doing, while the rest of the TVA makes the past and present work towards the point from which the Timekeepers are creating this perfect ending. That's all the main cool stuff that's in the episode. Now we want to talk about some of our theories that are going on for the TVA and for the just overall crazy concepts of Loki. I think my personal biggest thing here is I'm really buying into the fan theory out there that Mobius and most of the people within the TVA are variants that got mind wiped or something by the TVA and are all created by the TVA, or rather, instead of being created by the Timekeepers, were yanked out of variant timelines and just meant to work as drones for the rest of their existence, with all this propaganda that's making them think they were created by the Timekeepers to perform this amazing, incredible thing for the universe and for time. There's some weird stuff with the fact that Mobius is obsessed with the jet skis. Apparently, the drinks he's always seen drinking come from the 90s, and a lot of people think he might just be a dude pulled from the 90s that is, happens to be now forced to work for the TVA. And there's something with the empathy he has for the different people in the variant timelines that is really weird. I have sort of a sub-theory myself that branches off of this main theory that suggests that maybe Mobius in some ways is becoming cognizant of the fact that he is a variant and is secretly helping Lady Loki or someone else to overthrow the TVA, although there's less evidence for that. Another feather in the cap of this theory is the weird stuff that happened with the hostage TVA member that Lady Loki takes. When they find this agent, she's talking about how it is real. This was real. It was real. And she says that she wants to go home. And I don't think she's talking about the TVA. It's possible she's talking about her real actual home, which is a thing she's also saying is real. Also gives away that she told Lady Loki how to access the Timekeepers, what she has to do to get to the Timekeepers. And this would be sort of separate from the whole branch timeline things that most of the TVA would be seeing and then going out to try to fix from headquarters. So it's almost like you could see the plan in motion where Lady Loki is going to try to get all the agents to go try to stop all of these variants, knowing that they can. She's going to basically be destroying all of them and all of these variants at the same time, probably accessing the TVA, that which will now be unguarded because, again, all the agents are out there trying to stop the multiverse from happening. And then Lady Loki, with the knowledge from the hostage agents on how to discover and find the Timekeepers, will confront the Timekeepers, maybe now with the help of Prime Loki. So who knows if any of that will actually end up happening, but it's just kind of where we see some of the stuff going, things that people are talking about on the internet when it comes to Loki. I will say overall, I thought this episode was awesome, and I am so excited to see where the show goes from here. It's fascinating on its own, but its implications for the MCU are also very interesting, of course. So that's basically your breakdown / a little bit of speculation, guys. Let me know what you thought about Loki episode 2. Let me know what you think about some of the theories that I have for the episode, and is there anything crazy in the episode that we missed? Let us know in the comments section down below. And again, make sure you go check out the live streaming channel where we're going to be talking a lot about Loki, and there's usually moments for Q&A in live stream. So if you have some questions about Loki or you just want to chat it up about Loki, hang out with us over on the live streaming channel. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.